2,000 plus Boko Haram insurgents relocate to Sambisa forest amid military pressure, reports. More than 2,000 Boko Haram fighters and their families have moved to Timbuktu Triangle to the Sambisa forest, according to security officials and community sources in the Lake Chad region. The relocation started on Thursday as the Nigerian military increased preparations for a major clearance operation targeting the Timbuktu Triangle and other insurgent hideouts around the Lake Chad area. An eyewitness who requested anonymity said the fighters, along with their wives and children, those wives, isn't some of the girls that they kidnapped them, fled to Sambisa forest to avoid the upcoming military offensive and to join other Boko Haram factions already based there. And that Sambisa forest, they said it is so big, so deserted. Somebody showed a video of the Sambisa forest and it was like, see, all these places, the place was like a desert. It is well. They fled to Sambisa forest to avoid the upcoming military offensive and to join other Boko Haram factions already based there. Another intelligence source also confirmed that some fighters from the same area were heading towards Tosem Ngode, another well-known insurgent hideout close to Sambisa. Investigation shows that the military has intensified operations in the region after a brigadier general was spied in an ambush along the Wajiroko axis. The Timbuktu Triangle, Sambisa Forest, and the Mandara Mountains remain major strongholds used by the insurgents for training and planning attacks. Bornu State Governor Professor Babagana Umara Zulum recently urged the military to launch coordinated offensive operations in these locations. Launch an offensive attack on the terrorist safe havens in Tumbus, Mandara Hills, and Sambisa to end their madness. Governor Zulum said during a meeting with the Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Sunday, Kelvin Aneke, at the government house in Maiduguri. It's all mouth, it's a lie, it doesn't mean it. Governor Zulum will be saying himself na bandits. Mishai says, meaning that they have gone where the military cannot penetrate, Abi? Good news. Then cease fire and wait until they come outside again. Mumin Yusuf says, if you are sure they are in Sambisa forest, send the fighter jets to neutralize them once and for all. They can't neutralize them once and for all because they have kidnapped children. That's why they kidnapped the children. No? That is exactly why they needed those children, those 25 girls in Kebbi, those 300 and something children in Niger State. That is why. So that, of course, they're going to use those children as their shield. So if anybody is coming to attack them, what about the children? We have to consider them. That's what they are doing. Hello, David Holmes says, my question still remains, what is our Air Force unit doing? This survivor says the Air Force unit must have been pinned down by one or more of the terrorist heads in the army. True. The unit can only be allowed to use minimal force once in a while. Bold Idea says, America should nuke that forest. Imagine these smelling idiots having families. Nigerian government should be ashamed for allowing these idiots to grow wings. Yes. They've really grown wings. As Ibrahim says, nonsense messages. Why now buying them when you saw them? You have everything, weapons, just fighters. They can't just buy them anyhow. Because they have children with them, except the parents of the children are ready to use their children as sacrifice for the country, because that's the only thing they can do. And I don't think any parent will want to sacrifice their children for the country. It's not possible. John Relocate says, so you knew their location since, and the Chief of Air Force was advised by the government to attack them. You think we are fools, Abi? Don't bother telling the same lies for 10 years now. Trump is coming soon. Trump is wasting time. Probably they will have more intelligence on how to catch them without them harming the children that they've kidnapped or anything. But you see, our Nigerian soldiers, I don't think they have that tactics on how to go about it. Maybe the US will have the tactics that they can use. Booker Isaac says, when you hear military intensifies pressures on terrorists, sympathize with indigenous Nigeria around that area because they are the targets from both terrorists and the Nigerian security, as they are ordered to do harm on Nigeria and not fight terrorists. Chinya Amuche says, clowns in the art theater preparing to fight against what they cost. Don't mind them. Bauda says we need to see the total defeat of insurgents. Olagoke Ajibulu says where they can hide behind one finger. Ibrahim says who did the head count? I don't know. Akinjide says we sure they follow each day. I wonder. Really, Nigeria securities need some questions to answer. Alex frankly says how una they come up with all these things. I'm telling you. Guest 837 says they have good informants that update them on regular basis. I don't know why government cannot clear those forests and turn it to security base and training center or any other facility. Abi. Sunny Danlami says, and the military cannot locate where exactly they are. And boom them once and for all. Tinubu needs to give them deadline of 3 months if truly is not also sympathetic with. It is well. Atishala says, go buy them all day now. Be na more money. What's all this nonsense? I don't know, because I know that they have children that they've kidnapped. I don't think they can just attack them just like that. They're going to rather go and buy those children. I beg. Okay, Chukwu says they will be easy to wipe out in Sambisa. The Americans will be on ground. Some people will regret ever joining politics in their lives. Chidi says, liars, which pressure from who? Pressure they are on rampage everywhere. Kidnapping people is out of fashion. Continue deceiving yourselves there. Steven says, telling us that Boko Haram has relocated to Sambisa is not what we want to hear. Move there with them, fight them, destroy them, and capture the living one among them. It is then that Nigeria is rescued. They should not capture any, they should power all of them than. It is well. Sambisa forest in Somalia or Uganda. Which one be this one? Peter Ingham says, and the security forces were just watching them. As they are waiting for order, from Abuja, yes, so they are waiting for order. It is well. Abimbola says, this government of Tinubu na scam walai. So if they no waste our general, there won't be offense against non-state demonic actors. God they see you now. It is well. Daniel Santos says, so the government thought it was a joking matter for 16 years. You can imagine. You can imagine. Simon Gordon says, so people know them, and yet you leave them to attack in their numbers. How do you know they are about 2,000? We trace the step, stop the lies. Danu Gochuku says, they will get very important detail like this, and they will still be revealing it to the world instead of deploying massive force to level them with their families. Don't mind them. Our Nigerian people, I don't even understand. Some women that were telling them, they were doing interview and saying, no, Gumi is asking them for money for transportation. They did not cover those women's faces, so they opened their faces like this for the world to see. It is well. And listen, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.